Sanibona, ngaphambi singene kwivideo namuhla, ngithi angithathe lethuba ngibonge isupport nothando nesikhombise lona lingaphezu kokucabanga kwethu. Siyacela niqhubeke nisupporte njalo ngokubuka amavideo ethu, ungakhohlwa ukukhomenta, ushare, ulike. Siyafisa ukuzwa umbono wakho. Sicela ke singene kwivideo namuhla.
Senzo Mchunu, who I don't know. Senzo Mchunu has no self-respect. He has no self-respect, that guy. How are you still taking a full ministerial salary? Why don't you just say, let me step aside? He has been implicated yet again, supporting the testimony yesterday of General Mkhwanazi that he arrived in a police station wearing an ANC t-shirt, casted yellow t-shirt, and started saying who must be arrested and all of that during a by-election. That chap.
Emveni kokuba sizwe into eyishaqisayo esikhulunywe witness ngo-Minister uSenzo Mchunu, bona ukuthi ngcono angalindi kodwa akaresponde mayelana nalezi zinto eyishuwo witness ngaye. UMinister uSenzo Mchunu emveni kwe-media briefing kaGeneral Mkhwanazi ngomhla ka-6 July wathula, noma kwathiwa wathula nje wathi uzoza lithola ithuba lakhe lokuthi aphendule. Kodwa kulokhu ka-witness ubona ukuthi akaphendule, akavela aphendule, angalindi ukuthi athole ithuba lakhe ngoba usazobuyela eCommission. Ubhale istatement asiside kakhulu kuyisi-statement esifishane. Kodwa ukuze siqonde kahle onke lenkulumo, sizokhumbula ukuthi mayithula ubufakazi bakhe lapha kwi-Commission kaMadlanga wabeka ukuthi nabantu abawu-8 abafika kuye bamtshela izinto ezenza ukuthi agcine eholele ukuthi akathathe isinqumo sokuyihlakaza i-political killing stars team. Ushuthi abantu laba abahlukunyezwa i-PKTT. Wazothi amagama labo bantu unabo, kodwa ngenxa ukuthi ufisa abaphephe ucela i-Commission ukuthi yenze ukuthi ba-testify in camera. Labo bantu labo bazofaka i-statement zabo. Already ngathi sezikhona ezinye, kodwa nje ngabantu laba abazoveza i-information mayelana ne-PKTT esigabeni la ingenzanga kahle khona, noma ihlukumeza abantu khona, noma ibaphathe kabi khona, shothi bangama-victim e-PKTT. Ngale nje kokuthi wathola i-letter from ugogo Meredith Haas, wayesethatha isinqumo sokuthi uyayihlakaza political killing system, kodwa nalezi zinto azizwa zishwela abantu. Baze bambuza kwi-Commission ukuthi yini owayenza ukuze uteste lama allegations. Wenze njani ukunikeza phela abe-PKTT ithuba lokuthi nabo baziphendulela. Khumbula ukuthi sinale commission ngoba kunama allegations abekwa ngaye, funeka naye aphiwe ithuba lokuziphendulela. Kodwa yena uthi wavele wabathemba nje labantu. Angazi ukuthi kusebenza kanjani uma kunguye, kune-process elandelwayo ngoba wonke umuntu ufanele anikwe ithuba lokuziphendulela. Kodwa uma kuyi-PKTT uvele wabathemba nje labantu. Washo lena isikhathi sincane kakhulu ngoba angifuni le-video beyinde bengizoyicaphuna leyo ngxenye leyo. Kodwa ngifuna ukuya kwinkulumo ka-witness ukuthi yini la ishilo uMinister nje manje sezowakhipha i-statement. Ngicela izwe la.
Page 13, paragraph 35. That's where we take it from.
Paragraph 35. On Thursday, 23 October, at approximately 11:49,
Charging.
I received a WhatsApp call from a cell phone number that is mentioned there. When I answered the call, the person on the other end of the line introduced himself as Minister Senzo Mchunu. I can indeed state that from the voice, state that from the voice, I immediately recognized that the voice is that of a Minister Mchunu. On this call, he asked me if the Madlanga Commission hadn't called me yet. My response to him was that I hadn't received any call from them. Minister Mchunu then told me that I will be called by the Madlanga Commission. He further stated that while giving evidence at the ad hoc committee in Parliament, he deliberately did not mention anything about me because in Parliament they are just playing politics, and that at the Madlanga Commission they deal with the law. Therefore, he will ensure that I am called to Madlanga Commission.
Please proceed.
After the call, I then checked the cell phone number that the minister used to call me. On that number, when I checked it, it was appearing in the Truecaller app that that the number was registered under the name Linda Hlongwa. I do not know who Linda Hlongwa is.
Please proceed.
On Wednesday, 10 December 2025, at approximately 12:50, I received a WhatsApp call from the cell phone number of the minister. On my cell phone number, the call was from the Minister Mchunu, who started demanding the statements that I deposed to the PKTT in respect of the Sindisoma Gaqa's case, including the statements that I deposed to the Madlanga Commission. He further indicated that he wanted me to depose to a new statement pertaining to the buying of stolen cars and unlicensed firearms by crime intelligence, which were used in the killing of Sindisoma Gaqa and other ANC councillors. The minister further asked me if the Madlanga Commission had contacted me yet, and I told him that I was contacted by the commission and I was interviewed by the commission investigators. He asked me if I knew their names, and I told him that I do not know their names. He then demanded a copy of a statement I made to the Madlanga Commission, and I informed him that I did not have the statement and that I was only interviewed by the commission investigators. Therefore, I did not know whether or not they have drafted the statement. I further told the minister that the Madlanga Commission investigators have informed me that I will be called to the Madlanga Commission next year, which is 2026. Minister Mchunu indicated that he wanted his lawyers to interview and obtain a statement from me. Therefore, he asked for my location. I then informed the minister that it is not allowed for me to disclose any of my location since I'm in the witness protection program. The minister then suggested that I draft the statement, sign and send it to him. And my response was that I could make a plan, but the problem was that I do not have gadgets in my possession to write it. Still on the same call, the minister informed me that when he was at Madlanga Commission, he handed an envelope containing 8 names to the commission, and that my name was on that list. Furthermore, that the commission had rejected that envelope, and that of the 8 individuals on that list, 7 of them had already submitted statements to his lawyers, and that it is only my statement that is outstanding. He emphasized that the lawyers had given him a submission due date or a deadline of 12 December 2025. The minister further indicated that amongst the 7 individuals that submitted statements, some of them were close to the PKTT. On the same date.
Yes, continue.
On the same date, on Wednesday, 10th December 2025, at about 15:57, I saw on my phone that I had two missed calls from cell phone number of the minister, and 1 missed call of a number that I didn't know at the time. At about 15:58, I received a WhatsApp call from Minister Mchunu's cell phone number, and the person on the other end indicated that he was Minister Mchunu, and he was going to call me with another number, and I should answer the call when it came through. At 15:58 on the same day, I received a WhatsApp call from the very same number that I didn't know whose number it was at the time. at the time. This number reflected on my WhatsApp as saved as Lindo Mtembu. And even on my Truecaller, it was registered as Lindo Mtembu. When I answered the call, I realized that the person on the other end of the line was Minister Senzo Mchunu, who asked me if I had started drafting the statement, and that if I had finished drafting the statement, I should send it to his lawyer, who I understood to be called Barnes. He said, I must send it to Barnes. I'm not sure about the correct spelling. I must send it to Barnes via WhatsApp to Barnes' cell phone number. Then he provided the cell phone number as it stated there, or the cell phone number of Mr. Linda Mtembu. I then checked the cell phone number, that one of Mr. Barnes, and then in my Truecaller app, it showed that it was registered under Sandile July. If I can just add something in that paragraph, paragraph 40, is that I did ask the minister on this day, because there was a media statement that the minister doesn't have his phones were taken. So I thought he doesn't have a phone all along, because he was very quiet. But on that day, on Wednesday, when he started calling me and then started changing numbers, I asked him, why is he changing why is he calling me with different numbers? He said, no, he doesn't want to talk in his phone because he believes that his phones are being monitored. That is why he keeps on asking other people to give him a phone so that he can call me.
Okay.
On paragraph 41, on this call, the minister directed me that the statement should state as follows, and I'm paraphrasing. He said paragraph 1 should read as follows. During 2017, crime intelligence bought unlicensed firearms and stolen cars through the Secret Service account, and these guns and cars were handed over to the hitman Jabulani Mdunge, also an informer, and Sibusiso Nangwa, who were eventually hired to kill the ANC Youth League member, Mr. Sindiso Makaka. He said paragraph 2 should read as follows. In 2018, after the establishment of the PKTT, which is led by General Kumalo, the PKTT engaged with me and a statement was obtained, and all details were given about the involvement of crime intelligence into the killing of Sindiso Makaka. Paragraph 3 should read as follows. From 2018, after the establishment of the PKTT, General Kumalo was heading the PKTT. As from 2022, General Kumalo was appointed the head of crime intelligence. To date, General Kumalo has never done anything about the information that I have given him pertaining the involvement of crime intelligence members, even though he is the head of crime intelligence. Paragraph 4 should read as follows. Sometimes this year, 2025, Minister Mchunu and I spoke about my promotion issue, and that the minister promised that he will escalate the matter with the SAPS. In that paragraph, 2025 was not true, because the engagement with my grievances, they start from the 7th, and they start from the 7th up to the 9th, in 2024 December. So the conversation did not start in 2025, but he said I must put it this way. Paragraph 5 should read as follows. In August 2025, the investigating officer in the case of Sindiso Makaka informed me that the case is sub judice, and therefore I cannot make a statement or testify anywhere else without him being informed. Paragraph 6 should read as follows. In November 2025, the Madlanga Commission investigators consulted with me, but the commission is not calling me to testify.
Agcinanga ngokukhuluma kanje. Kodwa uye wafaka ubufakazi. Ngempela wathi ngesikhathi ebefonelwa uminister, iTruecaller app yakhe iye yayirekhoda i-conversation eyaba khona phakathi kwakhe nominister. So ngaleso sizathu uzosinikeza i-audio yakhona sizizwele thina uminister ebuza umbuzo ukuthi ususibhalile na istatement njengoba dash uthi umyalelo nethi statement funa sibhale kanjani. Khumbula ukuthi funeka siveze le narrative ayiveza yena yabantu abahlunyezwe iPKTT. Okwesibili siframe u General Lieutenant General Dumisani Khumalo njengomuntu ongawenza umsebenzi wakhe nongenzi kahle ngoba esebikeliwe ngokwenzeka nokuthi isibhamu esabulala uSindiso Magaqa siphuma crime intelligence kodwa azikho inyathela akazithatha. I-statement ifuna sambe lapho. Ngicela uzwe la.
Uzala ngiyabhala ngisefreshing angikhe lokhuzene endlini. Ngibhale izinto ezu 1 2 3 4 ngibhale izinto ezu 5 mengizokuthatha ekuqaleni ngibhale from igama isibongo address lezinto eziphezulu paragraph 1 ngabhala ukuthi
hello
yes
mala ubhalile uqedile manje noma kwaqeda
angakaqedi ngithi bengifuna ukusilungisa sengibhalile kodwa ngicabanga ukuthi ngiqedile kodwa manje kufanele ngistype ngoba manje bengifuna ukuthi kodwa aqale uzwe ukuthi ngibhale kanjani.
WhatsApp la kule ndoda lo suqedile salo sikhuluma.
Oh okay.
Fazile witness ukuthi uminister akasebenzisa ifoni yakhe ingakho manje amlayelela ukuthi WhatsApp kule foni yale ndoda mozuqedini. Okwesibili uyazi ukuthi uma ngase kube neinsolo izothatha ifoni yakhe for ukuyodownloada kodwa iWhatsApp call kuyabhala nje ukuthi nena fonelana kodwa ingxoxo ayibibikho. Yingakho bekasebenzisa iWhatsApp prefera futhi iWhatsApp kodwa makubona ukuthi akatholakala uwitness awayisebona akafoni kodwa isizathu sokumfonela yilesi.
He was trying to recruit me to testify in a manner that is favorable to him. And when I talk about the calls that are skyrocketing, it's because every time when there's a commission and then there's a witness that is testifying, sometimes he will call me maybe during tea time and say, hey, Wendot, we are Bugada. And then if I say, yes, I'm watching, he said, okay, Bugada. So he used to do that almost every day when there's a witness that is testifying with the matters that relates to case, and he used to call me and make those comments. So that is why I talk about skyrocketing. Pressurizing me regarding the PKTT. He asked me if I knew of any victims of the PKTT or if I have any documents or reports that are damaging to the PKTT, and that if I have, I should send them to Kamokhelo Mokgotsi. I informed him that I do not know of any victim of the PKTT because I have never worked with them. He then said I should look for the victims or evidence of people who were victimized by the PKTT, and should I find any, I should forward that information to Kamokhelo Mokgotsi. Still in September 2025, I received further WhatsApp call from Kamokhelo Mokgotsi on cell number that's mentioned there. Minister Mchunu asked as to what the rank and the names of the Dlamini who was arrested by the PKTT. So this, if I can state it in that call, the call came from Kamokhelo Mokgotsi's number, but a person who spoke on the other side, it was the minister. I informed the minister that I did not know who Dlamini was, but I will get his name and the rank. Thereafter, I received a WhatsApp message from the same number of Kamokhelo saying, and the number, please. And my response was that I will ask Mr. Nengwa, to forward me his phone number. I then did some research and I found him as Bonginkosi Dlamini, a former police officer who's then convicted and he is currently in custody awaiting for sentencing for crimes unrelated to the Magaga matter.
Udlamini okukhulunywa ngaye la ilo uFadel Adams athi wathatha indiza wayombona waxoxa naye wathola information kuye mayelana nePKTT. Ngiyacabanga ukuthi uDlamini ungomunye walabantu abawela kwilist abantu abawu-8 baka Minister uSenzo Mchunu abazokwazi abangama victim ePKTT. Asazi noma bayiwo ngempela na kodwa inkulumo isho njalo. Ngale ke ukuchitha isikhathi bekubalekile ukuthi siyifake lenkulumo ukuze uma sifunda statement wazi kwenzakalani. Akusizi ukuthi ngiyeke phezulu indaba ngoba ngizosho lokho okuthandwa yimi ngikushiye kanti kubalekile nalokho ebengizokushiya. So bekubalekile ukuthi ngiwafake lama video ngiwafakile. Asifunde istatement esikhishwe uMinister uSenzo Mchunu bese siyayivala ivideo. Bhale lapho ukuthi Senzo Mchunu for immediate release iphume nge-27 kaJanuwari 2026. Isihloko sithi rebuking of inaccurate and untruthful evidence by witness E. Ifundeka kanje: I have taken note of the evidence that was presented by the second witness at the Madlanga Commission yesterday, 26th of January 2026, who was referred to as witness E. I deny the allegations he made about me, including the interaction on his statements. I am aware that I am due to appear again at the commission and I will seek to respond. My lawyers are already dealing with the matter. Ends. Wayesebhala ukuthi suka kuSenzo Mchunu. Solweni zika General Mkhwanazi wakwazi ukuthula. Walinda kwaze kwafika isikhathi lapha anikwe ithuba lokuthi akaziphendulele khona. Waqala kwi-ad hoc committee wabeseza la kwi-commission kaMadlanga. Kodwa kulokhu ka-witness E akafunanga kwakulinda ubona ingcono aphendule manje. Asazi ke sozwa ngaye ukuthi uyoyiphika ithini yonke lento eyenzekayo. Kodwa engikubukayo ngalolu daba lifaka abantu abaningi ngoba sekufuneka manje kutholakale inamba kaKamohelo, ifoni kaKamohelo Mokgotsi kukwazi ukubhekakala ukuthi ngempela waxhumana na. Yize ke uMinister eshilo ukuthi uthanda iWhatsApp call ngoba iyakhombisa khona ukuthi wakwafona kodwa ingxoxa ayibibikho. Okusho ukuthi kulula ukuyiphika inkulumo ngavuma kodwa hayi ngemfonela kodwa i-content ebesikhuluma ngayo kuyona la ishoyo. Ungakwenza nalokho. Angiyibambe le video. Cela ukuze ukuphala kwakho la comment section. Ngizwe ukuthi wena ubona kanjani lonke lolu daba esixoxayo. Ngale kwalokho mina nawe asidibane kwivideo landelayo. Ngiyabonga.